Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric, and Capcom has just had a pretty big shakeup right now. An iconic Capcom figure has left the company after almost 30 years. I think 27 years to be exact. Yoshinori Ono, who's known to be part of the Street Fighter brand. Probably one of Capcom's most beloved main franchises ever. And he essentially helped the Street Fighter series become rejuvenated after 2008 when Street Fighter 4 came out, and he worked on over 30 titles as part of Capcom. I think he joined in 1994. He was a sound engineer, and he went on to help develop, produce games like Street Fighter 3, or Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter Third Strike, Omnimusha, I believe Street Fighter 4, 5, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and he was always carrying around a little Blanca toy. So he kind of had like a meme, Blanca-chan as they were called. And he helped, I guess, elevate Street Fighter into like the esports fandom. You know how esports become a big thing. So he was kind of a pretty big deal when it comes to the Street Fighter brand. So for him to decide to leave and come out and resign is a big thing. And this comes after, like, you know, within the last 10 years, Inafune left as well, which was a huge shakeup. So this is kind of like the equivalent of that, the equivalent of somebody that was a huge notoriety in the company leaving. This would be the effect of like Miyamoto, or like how Reggie left. Miyamoto hasn't left yet, but you know how Reggie left. That left a huge gap in Nintendo's core structure and stuff like that. But he released a full statement on Twitter that we're gonna take a look at. And here we go. This is actually pretty big in my opinion. I feel this was a really big shakeup because I've been a pretty big Street Fighter fan for quite some time. So you'll see right here. This got a pretty big reaction. So he says, "Dear Street Fighter series players and fighting game community members, there have been many unexpected events occurred globally in 2020, especially the COVID-19, which has been significantly affecting many people's life and health all over the world. I'm praying that all of you and your beloved ones are staying safe and healthy. Since Capcom Cup in 2013, the Capcom Pro Tour has become an annual event because of the continued tremendous support from the players and fighting game community members in the world. We at Capcom had many internal discussions about the format for CPT 2020. It took a long time for us to decide the format for this year. We believe that conducting the event itself would repay those who has been supporting the CPT regardless of what the format is. Needless to say, I understand there's been some criticism about this particular format. However, I'm fully convinced that it is important to shed light on various hopes by keeping the event even in this way. Additionally, I'm extremely grateful that so many players and fighting game community members and its related individuals have been supporting us so that we can make the CPT happen this year. I've been with the Street Fighter brand for a long time, experiencing good times, bad times, and even non-existent times. My heart is filled with appreciation to those players who have been giving warm and kind support on the brand, especially a little over the past decade or so, as all the activities on the Street Fighter brand regained sunshine and grew its liveliness." And he ends it by saying, "And now, after serving almost 30 years at Capcom, I'm leaving my position in the company this summer. This means I will resign my position as the brand manager for Capcom's various titles, including Street Fighter." And then he continues to say, "Capcom staff in the new generation will continue taking care of the Street Fighter brand and leading the World Warriors. And I do believe that they will continue making Street Fighter extraordinary. I will look forward to seeing the new Street Fighter brand and how it's going to be expanded as just one of regular gamers next time around. I've been trying to contact those whom I've gotten work with in the past about my resignation. However, it's quite difficult to reach out to all people I've associated with throughout my career for almost 3 decades. So I'd like to humbly ask your kind understanding. When the opportunity comes, I'd like to extend warm greetings and my appreciation to those individuals and companies I've had a chance to work with. Again, to many players, FGC and its operations staff, and all Street Fighter fans, thank you so much for your continued support. I regret that I, as a Street Fighter series executive producer, wasn't able to do Shuriken together with you at all all at each event 2020. So please allow me to shout as my closing statement this message to you. 3, 2, 1. Sure you can. And then he ends it right there. So that's pretty sad. A lot of people think it might be because he was replaced as head of Capcom's fighting game division. I believe the forgive my Japanese, I think his name is like Ryozu Chizimoto or something like that. The founder of Monster Hunter, basically. But he still went out to live events, attended stuff, kind of like a spokesperson. So he was still heavily involved, and he hosted big announcements, character reveals, DLC announcements, things at Evo and stuff like that. So he was really heavy involved. I think he did the thing with Kenny Omega from AEW like in 2019. A lot of people speculated that maybe this is because he did get demoted, that he's booting out. He did his time. He's finished. Anytime that somebody that's a big figurehead or spokesperson leaves a company again, it leaves a bittersweet memory on that. Like you know, like Reggie leaving was a big deal. Inafune leaving was a big deal. Kojima. I'm so I combined Kojima and Konami together, but you know what I mean. Kojima leaving left some bittersweet taste in people's mouths and stuff like this. So it's gonna be interesting to see where the Street Fighter franchise goes on from this, because they said, you know, expanding to new extraordinary ways and stuff like that. Street Fighter 6 is probably in development right now, but not anytime soon, because I know they announced further support for Street Fighter 5. I think there's like a 5th season pass coming out or something like that. It's been on fire. So who knows when Street Fighter 6 is coming out, or how the brand will change because of Ono leaving. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, longtime executive producer of a series taking off like that. Of course, well, wishing he earned a retirement. 30 years in a company, that's pretty impressive. A lot of people don't even make 5. So, thanks on behalf of gamers. Thank you, Ono, for what you've done for the series and everything like that. Very much appreciated. I just thought this was the big news for today. You know, I'm a Street Fighter 2 fan, and it's amazing how Street Fighter series has developed and become such a big staple in gaming since it first came out. I mean, Street Fighter 2 itself is still a popular game in esports and stuff. I just wanted to share this story. What are your thoughts, guys? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, your histories, maybe your memories with Street Fighter, any kind of interesting stories you have about Ono himself. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot. Be sure to engage, like or dislike this video to push it into the algorithm either way. Appreciate y'all. I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day. Peace out.